A visitor, have we? Thou must be the one who freed Artorias.
Ladies and germs, we are here. More Dark Souls. This is right after the ending of the last episode. Like, right after. I took 2 sips of my coffee and we're ready to go. There's something we need to get before we continue smacking bosses. This is fine. I don't have a blessed weapon. I should probably start collecting weapons. I don't need them, but it'd be nice. I always like before I end any Dark Souls, I like to collect some weapons and then give them the multiple different like elemental damages. Okay, how do I say this? Like, make a chaos weapon, make a lightning weapon, make a occult weapon. I usually like to do that because whenever you go back to the save file and you want to go to New Game Plus, it's like good to have multiple weapons. It's like, you know, they're like tools. It's good to have many tools. So if you're wondering why we're here, I do no damage. This is like... There's a ring we have to collect that's somewhere here in the catacombs. So we're gonna slowly finish the catacombs. I don't know if these guys are gonna respawn or not. Their eyes are glowing. I don't know if they do though. I think if their eyes stop glowing, yeah, they won't respawn. Either kill them with a blessed weapon or you kill the necromancer that brings them back. And I think we've already killed the necromancer, so... Let me see here. Lucerne. Lucerne is actually a decent weapon. Most halberd weapons are pretty good because they have, if you... Oh, damn, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Halberd weapons have a unique thing where if you hit with the very tip of the weapon, you get the full amount of damage. Whereas most other weapons, you just hit and you get the damage you get, you know? There are finicky, times where it's like you can hit behind the shield, you can hit, you know, wrong and then you don't get full damage. It's hard to explain exactly. But with halberd weapons, you always have the chance of hitting with its like full power at the very tip of the weapon. Alright, we're just slowly working our way around. If I remember, I think we can. I do have the fire whip on me. Here. I don't think this is the correct way to go, but for what I'm looking for anyway. There's a secret area there. Had we been here when we first came, Patches would have been here and he would have talked to us and we would have, you know, got some dialogue, but it's fine. I believe this moved something. This will hurt you, so please be careful. And there's a little bonfire here. The waterfall is so loud. It's probably going to be very loud in the recording. I'm going to sit here So I know where the ring is, and I know where to go. I'm just kind of taking my time. I'm just kind of slowly moving. This should be open. It's not open. Hold on. There's a way to open that. I just don't remember how to open it. Where does this lead me again? I don't remember where this leads me. Is this... I do not think this is what I'm looking for. There's a good chance. Treasure. These guys are gonna come back. There's a necromancer around here somewhere. Oh, damn. Here we go. Oh, this is where I need to be. Yep, this is the ring. Don't know where the necromancer is, but we're gonna find him, don't worry. Okay, never mind. I tried rolling, and I guess I rolled wrong. But we got the ring, so that's really all we needed. There's an emergency going on outside. Please forgive me for it. You can hear the sirens and stuff, my bad. Where are we going now? We can actually start... Yeah, we can start that. Is that all we have left? Is the archives? We have the archives, and then we have DLC, and then we have the end. Alright, I want to save DLC for like just before the end. Even though we can totally do DLC now. And should we save? We'll save Gwendolyn for after the archives. So then our episode will be with the archive. Okay, we're good. Usually I try to have a plan for recording. I say I try, but you know. I'm a very play it by ear, be loose, use your heart, you know. Get a feel for it type guy. This boar has killed me many times, so I'm gonna not play games and try to end this boar. When you see him do his little feetsy moves, he's gonna charge you. Roll better than me. No item drop. Unfortunate. And there's another boar here. If I'm lucky... Hey, give me that. This is a very cool helmet. I have yet to make a build with this helmet, but that helmet is pretty sick. I think that helmet with like this Y-hander would be pretty sick. Okay. Now. Enemies in the archive are very annoying, as you can see. Holy cow. They don't have a lot of health, but they hit very hard, and because there's a channeler here, they can be buffed, and then they hit extremely hard. Also, I have to go downstairs before I die, because I remember there's a bonfire downstairs that I have not sat at. So these are crystal hollow enemies. Whenever there's a crystal involved, it's more power, dude. Crystal weapons hit extremely hard, and then buffed on top of that, they just will melt you. And they're hollows, so they do. I think these guys do have the like 6-hit combo. So if they 6-hit combo you while buffed, you're dead. You're dead. Even if you have a normal amount of health, you're dead. These guys are no joke. Damn. Okay. I just really want to take this guy out. He's buffed. You can see him. This thing, I hate this thing. I think I'm gonna. I am gonna do this. Oh gosh. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Got hit by an arrow while casting. Alright, come on. The real issue is these guys in the back. What I'm gonna do is take care of these dudes, then go back around and kill the Chandler. This camera is not working the way I want it to. Holy. Alright, good. Very good. This is fine. Alright then. That was pretty good. Are we done? Is that everything? Okay. So yeah, welcome to the archives. This is basically just one humongous library. This place reminds me of Hogwarts. It really does have that vibe to it. I think there's an enemy right here. Another enemy right here. If I can. Very good. This is a mimic, you can tell by the chain. It did not die. That's not good. Sick. Crystal Knight Shield. So it's a Knight Shield that's been crystallized. I think that gives it more stability. If I check real quick. Yeah, 70 stability. Usually shields of this size only have less than 60 stability. But this one has 70. Also, I hear whispering. This is like the first time I hear whispering in this place. Then again, I never play with sound. Until I started recording, until I made the channel, I never really played with sound. I would just play while having another video up alongside me, like laughing at, you know, memes or something. This is not a mimic. So by this point of the game, you should have, if you do have a special weapon or a very, you know, strong weapon, they give you a lot of Twinkling Titanite just so you can like level up your weapon. Also, I don't think I'll be cursed, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably do something to not be cursed. This segment of the game is... There's a way to skip this part of the game. I've never done it. You don't really need to do it. Unless you're speedrunning, you don't have to. This guy... I'm out of casts. Great. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. He has a crystal greatsword, which is not in the game. It's in the game, but it's not meant for you. Like, you can't acquire a crystal greatsword. Only that enemy has the crystal greatsword. If you see someone with a crystal greatsword, they're cheating. That's just like how it is. The crystal greatsword is like a ridiculously strong weapon. And if they're gonna be using a crystal greatsword, it's probably something where they hit you and you'll get instant killed. Right then. So before we continue, I'm gonna talk about it, but before that, let me just put on... You want to have something that will resist curse. And you also want to have, if I do have one, yeah, a rare ring of sacrifice. Alright, let's go. No cutscene, no nothing, no introduction. Seath the Scaleless. This is him. I really love his butterfly wings. Like, they're not necessarily butterfly wings, but they kind of are because they're translucent. This is a boss fight. You cannot win this boss fight because he will be regenerating health. And all of his moves will cause curse. Oh, I died anyway. Like spawning will curse you. So you don't want to be cursed. You want to die, but don't be cursed. And this is a mandatory death. Like, you have to die here to spawn where we're going to spawn. Very cool. So let's unequip Havel's armor. I only had Havel's armor so I wouldn't get cursed. Right then. So when you sit at this bonfire, you're probably going to be like, okay, I don't know how to get out. Let's warp out. You cannot warp out. This is a special bonfire. Now, this is just my thought process. I believe, since most bonfires have to have a maiden to tend the flames, I believe Seath knew this and used one of his experiments to be linked to this bonfire. And because it's like not a regular maiden and all the maidens kind of are connected to Gwyn probably didn't know about it. So it's just this bonfire is being tended alone by one of Seath's experiments, which is why it's not connected. That's just my guess. And that's just a whole lot of there's like nothing to go on with that. That's just my thought process. Anyways, you're in this cell. There's more enemies here. These guys really suck. I think I'm gonna change up. I might change up my pyromancy because I kind of want something that's gonna handle a lot of enemies. I just realized if I killed them and then I use this, it's gonna despawn them. It's gonna respawn them. We'll put on Great Combustion and we'll put on... I don't need Power Within. I think regular Combustion, just so I can start smacking the life out of everybody. When you open this door, you'll get a cutscene. Yes, those are the manservants from Sense Fortress. Why are they here? Because they're part of Seath's creation. These things are from Bloodborne, 100%. I'm obviously like joking, but I think this was like the precursor to what we would have gotten in Red 1. These guys will not. Oh wait, they're not supposed to be attacking me. They're supposed to be running. These guys are scared of the tentacle monsters. Oh, he's gone. He's dead. Alright. I don't know why the music affects the tentacle maidens, but it does. Don't get grabbed. You'll have a bad time. Damn it. Very Bloodborne. Very, very, very Bloodborne. Just the whole grab to being impaled thing, it's just... So, I'll explain it when it happens. I gotta turn off this music. This music is probably so loud in the recording right now. If you wonder why we got 700 damage there, because the enemy was in mid-animation and it got hit, it took extra damage. I'm sure I've covered it before, but that's an attack of opportunity. I guess a counter attack would have been better to say, but like, if the enemy's in mid-animation, like really in the middle of its animation, and you attack it, you get extra damage. It's a counter hit. These two guys, let me turn off the music. Holy cow, this thing is super annoying. Damn it. When I seen the lightning, it was already too close. I couldn't react and I already clicked the cast button. Damn it. That's alright. That's okay. The music is not on anymore. Hold on. I'm gonna get him. Nice. Get wrecked. You snake. Crawl on your belly. You know, I gotta have more fun when I kill these enemies, dude. I'm surprised the music is actually off. Usually I thought it would stay on actually, but I guess not. This means that they're all gonna be in that room. Damn, this is gonna be rough. This might actually be very rough. Let's see what we can do. I don't have... I think they're actually... Oh no, yeah, no. These guys are hostile. They're kind of like Hydras, kind of. They have that water bullet jutsu that reminds me of the Hydra. I think... Oh, frick. That's good red tearstone setup, though. think you can actually hear the wails of the maidens if you're close enough. Yo, check out that frame rate. Yeah, you hear them crying. Hold on. Yeah, you hear them. Yeah. These two are special. So, Miracle Bountiful Sunlight and Miracle Soothing Sunlight. So now, if you check... Bountiful Sunlight. Special miracle granted to the Maidens of Guinevere. Princess of the Sun. Gradual HP restoration for self and vicinity. The miracles of Guinevere, the princess cherished by all, grant their blessings to many great warriors. So there's Bountiful Sunlight and Soothing Sunlight. So yeah, these would have probably been Covenant. Look at the level of miracle you need, 48 and 36. These are like Covenant level miracles. So it stands to reason that Seath abducted Guinevere's maidens and experimented on them. That's just how it works. That's just what makes sense.
Again. What a chance meeting this is.
Old man.
Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, yeah?
Do we have... will the key work? No, the master key will not work here. Also, humanity? Nice. Let's kill these snakes that decided to be mean and kill me. Alright, hold on. One second. Give me a moment. So dead. It takes such a long time to cast, dude. It's like... I gotta stop playing games. Casting takes so long. The thing is that as soon as it comes out, it's like there. It's like as soon as the animation starts is when you take damage. That's how it works. But casting the startup takes a while. Alright, no games. No more memes. I get this key. I gotta make some progress. We're already halfway through the episode. A little more than halfway, actually. I don't have to release Logan. I probably won't, to be honest. I can, but I don't know. I don't feel the need to. Alright, that's not taken care of. Yeah, I figured this would stagger them. This weapon is pretty strong. Damn, this weapon has some reach, too. This is a great weapon, dude. I'm telling you. This is the key, right? Alright. I am not going to turn on the music because I don't need to. I don't think this fall will kill me, but I'm not gonna test it. Let's bounce. The fact that all of these are like books is incredible to me. Just like, okay. I think libraries are incredible, like, structures. Let me explain. The idea of knowledge and, well, information, I guess. Then again, misinformation is so rampant in the world, like, it's just... I digress. Anyways, libraries are really cool. Like, libraries are actually pretty cool when they work out for what they're supposed to be. If it's true knowledge and it's the truth, then yeah, library is pretty dope. Also, there's some secrets in this room as far as like items and stuff. I'm not dealing with it. I don't feel like dealing with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. There's an enemy right here. This is the highest point on the Dark Souls map. Holy. We got a crystal straight sword. Free weapon. The issue with crystal weapons is their durability is really low, and the only way to repair them is to level up the weapon. You can't really repair it. You have to level it up. So eventually you will have to get a whole new weapon and craft multiple weapons, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. What is that over there? Brother. Do I have a... I never grabbed the freaking binoculars. Hold on. Let me... Can I think that's a door. Hold on. I don't have a bow on me, do I? I don't. Where's my pyro glove? I think that's a door. Anyways, this is the highest point on the map. It's really cool. Look at all the sunlight. Very dope. Is that... I can't tell. I don't think that's supposed to be in Orlando, but it's hard to understand what you're looking at that far. As you can see, the crystal caves are that way. Very cool area. Very, very cool area. Yeah, that is Anne Orlando right there. Before we head out. Very dope. This was like one of the greatest things about Dark Souls 1 was you can see other areas and you got this feeling of the world. Alright, there's another creepo, weirdo, evil man. We do such good damage, even though I don't have the ring on. Damn, that was a lot. Hold on. I need to be careful, dude. These little guys don't play. Okay. So if you remember when I said that this area reminds me of Hogwarts, I'll explain it in just another moment. I want to make sure there's no enemies around. So we have these movable staircases, which is pretty annoying. This is what gives it the Hogwarts feeling. And I don't know if Miyazaki wanted to do that, if he like planned that, but it works out pretty well. Considering this is like the magic area in the game, like heavy magic area. We're almost there. We're almost there. There isn't a... Oh, there isn't. This thing, I have to one-shot him. I want to make sure I one-shot him. Nice miss. Before we continue... Yeah, I knew there was another one. This is not... No. Strong magic shield. Very good for your shields if you're a mage. It gives you a ridiculous amount of stability, just really good resistances to most anything. We have to turn this again. And then we have to go down here. Yes, okay. Follow my lead. Damn, usually I dodge that arrow. This is the shortcut. I mean, we have to open this area anyway, but... Yeah, we could have been down here already. Sit here. Are we gonna be able to finish? We can actually finish all of the archives. I think I'm gonna push for that because I have enough time. I definitely have enough damage. Let's see. Channeler set. There's another... This is a key. No, it's the crystal ember. Crystal ember is very good. We can't use the crystal ember because we killed our friend, remember? This is the key. That is the key to free Logan. And this is the last mimic in the game, which should drop the symbol of avarice. Yep. As well as the enchanted falcon. This weapon is incredible. And it's already enchanted, so if you're a magic build, that's pretty decent. Alright, we're gonna rush. We're gonna do it. I don't normally... Is this one special? Is this one special? Why is this one here? This one is special. If I... Okay, hold on. I need to save my pyromancy for the boss. No crystals. Very interesting. He was here? I don't remember him being here.
It was you who rescued me.
Oh!
Why, thank you. I am Ziegland of Katerina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you.
This is, Siegmeyer's daughter.
Oh, have you seen my father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine. Yes, I see. But tell him that Ziegland is on her way, and that he ought to just stay put. And again, thank you kindly.
I should have said yes. Damn.
Yes, I see. Tell him that, and again.
Yeah, I think I've only done Siegmeyer's, quest one time to completion. Oh, jeez. Let's just go. But yeah, he has a pretty sad... side quest. It's pretty bad. But I'm always a sucker for, like, sad stories. We may... Yeah, damn. I might run this episode just a tiny bit long because I kind of want to defeat Seath this episode. That is a moonlight butterfly. You can fight that butterfly if you want. It's not really worth it. I think it drops upgrade material, I think. Something like that. There are invisible platforms here. If you look at the crystal flakes, they'll let you know where the invisible platforms are. Try not to die. Also, this area is really bad because like it pushes you in certain areas and you can literally just fall off the edge if you're not careful, so please be careful. We're gonna I'm not gonna go for his tail. I have no need to go for his tail. If we're gonna do this the right way, I definitely want the ring. Okay. This shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. And usually you would kill these oysters, crabs, clams, whatever. They're not clam. They're not. Oh man, they're not crabs. They're definitely whatever monsters. Anyways, cutscene time. Oh, I'll finish before the end of the episode. Before 45, yeah, I'll finish. That crystal is the primordial crystal. Don't ask me what it's doing here or why there's a primordial crystal. Apparently the primordial crystal is what keeps dragons immortal? No. The scales keep dragons immortal. Because Seath is scaleless, he found this crystal and the crystal makes him immortal. I don't know how that works. You cannot damage Seath unless you break this crystal. Also, Seath is blind. So he really won't know where you are. That'll stun him. This is a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I actually just melted Seath. He didn't even get a chance to kill the clam things. This clam might actually be the real boss. Hold up. Wow, that was such a easy fight. Sheesh. Also, these clams drop Twinkling Titanite, so if you want to farm them, you're more than welcome to. I think we're gonna end the episode like that was all of the Duke's archives, not all the items obviously, but I did it relatively slow. And that was Seath the Scaleless, which we did relatively fast. I guess the DLC is the next episode. Damn, that was actually like a very, very easy fight. Before we end, let's look at what we have here. So we have the Bequeathed Lord Soul, which was from the Four Kings. We have the Bed of Chaos Lord Soul. We have Seath the Scaleless as Lord Soul. We're missing one, because I think it's 4 that we need. Who am I missing? Hold on a second. I don't know who I'm missing. I did kill Seath. We did the Four Kings. I think. Am I crazy? Is that everybody? That can't be everybody. I did Nito. Did I kill Nito? I didn't kill Nito. I saved Nito, didn't I? We went, we farmed, and then we left. I didn't kill Nito. Well, I guess we're saving Uncle Nito for the next episode. Next episode is DLC and Uncle Nito. Is this her?
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Yes, I will continue searching a bit.
Anyways. Later, guys.